Good day, everybody. This is BA RadiantDawn, and I am back with the next part of my RadiantDawn tier list. And yeah, as you can see, I left off exactly where I was, and I can just keep it going. So, part 2 units this time around. We got Elencia. She comes in, 3rd tier, she comes in, a flying sword staff unit. She's a flying staff unit. Automatic B. She typically does better than no one. In part 4, she typically does better than Warm in part 4. She typically does better than Laura in part 4. Although they have the same staff utility, she has better mobility. That's about where I'll leave Valencia. She's a good unit. She comes in as a pre-promote in part 2. She's only around in two chapters in part 2, but she's still pretty good for those chapters. She can one round the final boss of part 2 if she procs her stun skill and hits 4 times, which she easily can, because she gets a legendary weapon, kind of. And it's a brave weapon, so, that's kind of broken. And yeah, I'll leave Elencia there. Marsha, without data transfer, I'd say she's B, but high B. But with data transfer, she's A. My Marsha in Path of Radiance ended up capping strength, speed, defense, and almost skill and res. So I probably could. It is possible to cap out 5 stats on Marsha, but just getting strength, speed, and defense on a flyer on a Pegasus Knight is absolutely amazing. She's a beast with data transfer. Without data transfer, she's still good, but she's not quite as good to start off with. So yeah, is she better than Ileana? I'd say no, but almost. Leanne can fly. She's so cute. But that's all I have to say. She's a dancer. She can fly. S tier. Nielucci. He can't really do much. He's like Vika. Good for a chapter or two, and then he's relatively useless. Har. Automatic A for Har. Har, typically for Axe users, I bring Jill or Har to the end game. They can fly. They're both strong, good defenses. Just Jill tends to be better. But Har is still good. He looks like the Lord of the Rings Witch King of Angmar when he's promoted. It looks amazing. Such a good promotion art. He looks like a beast. Braum, kind of like Meg. That's all I gotta say. Nephany, S. Nephany's good. She's a really good unit. It takes a lot of bad luck to get a very bad Nephany, just like with Jill, so that's why she's up there. I almost always bring Nephany to the tower. I do fluctuate between her and one other Lance user that will be in the next video. Yeah, she's solid. Heather, she does thief things, but she does thief things worse than Soth. So I choose definitely C, but where in C? She's better than Leonardo, barely. She has thief utility. She's the exact same as Leonardo, just she's a thief. And it's daggers instead of bows. So I put her below Zehark. But I did have to put Meg in front of Zehark, which is probably going to make a lot of people mad. Mordecai. Leth. Lucia. She is part 4 usable. She's better than Nolan, but I'd say she might actually be better than Moram. On average, she's better than Moram. But yeah, would I say she's better than Laura? Probably. That looks about good. Joffrey, I'd say he's like top of B tier. He's only in he's only in like 2 chapters before Endgame, essentially 3 chapters that you can actually play him. Oh no, he's in more than that. He's in the 1 chapter in part 2, the final of part 2, the 1 chapter in part 3, and then the 1 chapter in part 4. So he's around for 4 chapters before Endgame. I'd say right about there works. Kieran, top of B, top of B for Kieran. Kieran turns out really good with data transfers. He's even better. He could come with cap skill, I think. With data transfers, it's crazy. It's just crazy. Astrid, she can do some stuff. Makalov, he could do some stuff, but he does more than these two. Yeah, I'll put Makalov there. He does more things. He could actually kill enemies. And that's something Vika can't do without help. That's something Neolucci can't do without help. That's something Mordecai can't do without help. Makalov's like the baseline for I can kill by myself, but barely. Danvid or Devdan, I'd put him at B. He's helpful. He's like no one helpful. Khalil could still do stuff in the end. So I'm actually gonna put her in the end game. So I'm actually gonna put her right there. And that was quick. That was apparently part 2 of RadiantDawn. Do I agree with everything so far? Nephany was added to S. A, we got Marsha and Har. B, we got Kieran above everyone else because Kieran's actually better than everyone else on this list for the B tier, I'd say. Kieran could probably take on almost anyone on this list. Let him have a normal axe. He could double and probably kill Nolan. He could probably double and kill Danvid. He could definitely double and kill Khalil. Maybe not double, but he could definitely kill. Moram, that'd be kind of tough. But I think he could do it. Laura, definitely. Joffrey. If Joffrey has a brave lance, if Kieran had a brave axe, Joffrey had a brave lance, Kieran would still probably win. Lucia would be tough, but it kind of gets to be more iffy the higher up you go. So Kieran's definitely at the top of B. With actually, I do have with data transfers, he's the top of B. Without data transfers, he's like where Elencia is, I'd say. But yeah. Still, the only absolutely unsalvageable unit is Fiona. She's just utterly worthless. We'll get one more in the next video, I think. But yeah. If you guys have any complaints, if you disagree with anything so far, definitely let me know. I do love discussing this game. It's my favorite game in the series. I've beaten it over 70 times on normal. This is based off of my normal mode experiences. So maybe you guys have had different experiences, but typically with me, this is how it is. And like I said, the higher up you go, the more likely those units will be endgame units for me. So like Jill or Har are usually my axe units. Nephany is usually my lance. I always use Ilyana for thunder. Edward and one other swordmaster in the next video, you could probably guess who it is, are usually my go-to sword units. Yeah, it's usually, I tend to stick to a handful of units unless magically they turn out really good. Like one time, or no, 3 times, I brought Meg to the end game, and she did really well. That's why she's at the top of C. She's better than everyone else in the C tier, hands down. Because she can potentially go to the end game and not get destroyed. Kieran has the best chance out of anyone in the B tier, through my experiences, to go to end game. Because my Kierans are typically pretty broken. But yeah, no. So, like I said, comment. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys disagree with anything. I love discussing this game. Like, comment, subscribe. This is BA RadiantDawn, signing off. Bye.